れば解放される。楽になれる。
この方寒天の自由。
Hey fellas, welcome to Anime Pill. Demon Slayers are known for their intense physical abilities, aided by the concentration and breathing techniques, which is great. But what accounts to their power is their choice of weapon. That's right, a katana. So, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the origin and mystery behind Tanjiro's black sword and what makes it so dang special. We will only be using the anime as a reference for now to keep the spoilers to a minimum. So if you're new to the channel, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, we really need it. Just kidding, we don't, actually we really do. With all that said, let's jump straight into the video. Tanjiro's Black Sword origin. Tanjiro's Black Sword is a type of katana given to him by Haganezuka Hotaru, a blacksmith who is allied with the Demon Slayer corpse. His katana was a product of the stone he had chosen after the final selection, in which they'll have to choose an ore that is used to forge their sword. According to the blacksmith, Haganezuka, the Nichiren blades, or some blades, are made of the Scarlet Crimson iron sand and Scarlet Crimson ore. The materials used to create these special katanas were taken from the Sunlight Mountain, which is the mountain closest to the sun and also dry-grilled by it all throughout the year. Pretty much just like Mount Fujisakane, which has the wisteria trees blooming all year round. Haganezuka suggests, upon seeing Tanjiro, that he might be a child of light. He specifically noticed and mentioned the boy's eyes and hair, which is that of the color red. He also said that those who possess such hair and eye colors are children of the light, and are generally considered lucky. The blacksmith also stated that he was expecting a crimson red blade from Tanjiro, which we'll talk about later.
頭の毛と目ん玉が赤みがかっているだろう。ひしごとをする家はそういう子が生まれると縁起がいいって喜ぶんだぜ。
そうなんですか。知りませんでした。
こりゃ刀も赤くなるかもしれんぞ。
Anyway, Nichiren blades or the Sun Blades are the standard weapons of the Demon Slayer corpse. They are called Sun Blades not just simply because the materials used in creating these swords were from perpetually hot summer mountains, but also because of the immediate effects of these blades against demons in general. Most demons, with the exception of Nezuko, at the start of the series, have great regeneration abilities. Normal katanas would only graze and scrape a demon's body. Healing wounds faster is a natural ability for them. Normal blades wouldn't be able to cut through, and they would immediately break against a demon with strong physical outputs. The Sun Blades, on the other hand, can slice through a demon's body like hot butter. Of course, it will only be possible through the use of a breathing technique in combination with the special katanas. Yoga breathing, not really. But that doesn't mean that the Sun Blades are impervious to being broken. They are still katanas. Urokodaki specifically mentioned that katanas are the weapons that are strong vertically but weak horizontally. In addition, improper breathing techniques could also result in death for the user, even if he or she is using a Sun Blade. It's kind of a cheat, but at the start of the final selection, Tanjiro was already using a Sun Blade.
一の型。
Whilst most of the participants seem to be only using normal swords, poor kids, sucks to be them, ha! The Nichiren blades are called the color-changing swords. While they look normal, premium-looking katanas, Demon Slayers with great abilities are able to change the color of their katanas when they draw them out for the first time. While there seems to be no restriction if normal people can use these katanas, and I would love to have one, it seems like these swords are highly influenced by the skills of their users. To be perfectly honest, not much is known about Tanjiro's sword, like we really don't know much. When his sword is turned black, Master Urokodaki denoted that it's a pretty rare sword and that pitch black swords aren't commonly found within the corpse. He also stated that each hue of the swords comes with various properties. Master Urokodaki also mentioned that the black swords are attributed to a number of swordsmen that don't make it that far, meaning that for some reason, black katanas are generally bad luck for them. They are bad voodoo, stay away from them. Not really. Our main character loves his.
俺は鮮やかな赤い頭身が見れると思ったのに。
Although that's still subjective, given that during the entire course of the series, it's mostly due to the skill caps of the Slayers that affect their progress and fighting styles. The way they handle battle is mostly because of their breathing forms and total concentration techniques. There are only 2 users of the sword, and the other guy is a legendary swordsman in the Demon's Corpse. Of course, that's a major spoiler, so let's not talk about this guy for now. You'll thank me later.
三の型流々舞
Okay, so these katanas have their own unique handguards. Each katana wielded by the Demon Slayer's corpse are fashioned according to the sword's unique design. Of course, this doesn't take into account the user itself, as they are fashioned from the ores that the selection survivors had chosen. However, it might sound contradicting, but the katana's handguard designs are extremely noticeable and symbolizes its affinity with its user through the unique motif and intricate patterns that are generally one or two more traits of the wielder. For example, if we take a look at Zenitsu's handguards, it is fashioned in a circular shape, with 4 slight indentations. The center has a silver tone with small triangles and has a golden border. The golden border and the way the handguard looks perfectly represents his techniques and style as a Demon Slayer. He's an exceptional swordsman whose powers rely on pure instinct alone rather than brute strength and raw power, which is more like Tanjiro's. The way he draws his sword in a flash and his thunder-breathing techniques are highly represented and symbolized in his handguard design. Another good example would be Rengoku's handguard. The Flame Hashira's katana handguard design is unique and I love it, and you can already tell that this weapon is owned by Rengoku based on the style of the handguard alone. In Tanjiro's case, his handguard strongly resembles a wagon wheel design, and although you really can't understand anything about the wheel design, it could probably signify his travels and quest to defeat Muzan. But here's another thing. It could also be interpreted as Tanjiro's breathing techniques and sword forms are highly mobile, agile, and have lots of spins into it. Forms such as the water wheel, flowing dance, and whirlpool are 3 good examples that have a lot of spinning moves, which could have inspired the design if I do say so myself. At least that's my interpretation, that's what I've been thinking.
見えたスキロイド場外君の決起術はすごかった
As of now, there are 14 Sunblade colors in the series. Each colors represent various symbolisms as stated by Rengoku at the start of the Mugen Train arc. Rengoku explained how the flame and water breathing techniques are the pillars of the breathing styles known today. The latter breathing styles are also from 2 styles before them, making fire and water breathing the progenitor of all breathing styles. Most Ninchirin blades have some colors at the sharp blade part of the sword, except Tanjiro's, which are all pitch black in all parts of the blade. Now let's take into account that Tanjiro was able to use an ancient sun breathing technique that utilizes a unique flame breathing form, passed down to him by his father. But that doesn't explain the colors of his blade. Well, do you know what happens when you douse a flaming object with water? That's right, you'll get some black remains from the ash. Just kidding, we seriously have no idea what's with Tanjiro's sword since it doesn't align with his current breathing form, but as I mentioned earlier, black Nichiren blades aren't very well studied to make an objective report about them. Hopefully the series will shed some light regarding the mystery of this sword. This is a minor spoiler, but Tanjiro's sword color has an equivalent symbol of the sun.
糸が焼き切れた俺と禰豆子の絆は誰にも引き裂けない
Well, that's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment and tell us what you would like to cover next. Drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and take the notification bell on. This will help us produce our future weekly content. Alright, this is Anime Pill, and I will see you all in the next one.